G'day guys, Disney Dave coming at you once again from Down Under. In this video we are taking a look at a very special piece of Marvel memorabilia that I picked up at the Marvel Creating the Cinematic Universe exhibition over in Brisbane a couple of weeks ago. If you haven't exactly been keeping up to date with my channel, or you're a first time viewer of my channel, and you haven't actually managed to see the little video that I put together at the exhibition, make sure to check that out after the end of this video. I'll put a little hyperlink at the end. You can go and check it out. It was a wonderful exhibition with over 500 pieces of memorabilia from all the Marvel films, including costumes, props, entire sets, wonderful pieces of concept art. It was a really fantastic exhibition, one of the greatest I've ever been to. So happy that I was actually able to pick up this incredible piece of memorabilia. It's a limited edition piece. It's right here. It's so big. I can fit it on the screen unless I'm way back here. I'm out of focus back here. So I'm just going to show you here, number 48. There was 100 of these printed. I actually have to send out a big thank you to my wonderful friend Amanda, who lives in Brisbane. Amanda managed to pick this up for me. This was only available to purchase on the first day of the exhibition. And Amanda, just like myself, is a huge Marvel nut. She was there on the first day. She picked up one for herself and even managed to get one for me as well. Thank you so much for picking this up for me. So happy I've actually got this piece. Now I'm so excited to show you guys this wonderful piece. I've been teasing it on the channel over the last couple of weeks, and we finally can do it. I'm rambling on and on, as I always do. You guys out there, all you want to do is check out what's inside the box. Why don't I open it up? Let's go have a look. I'm super excited about this. I actually haven't had a chance to pull this out and take a look at it myself properly yet. Now, first thing off the bat, it's in this beautiful, sturdy art box here, just to keep this really special and really preserved. This is number 48. As you can see over here, there were only 100 of these ever produced, which is really exciting. It makes the price of it just sort of all the more worthwhile. This is really special. This is something that's that I'm going to cherish for a very long time. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open this up around this side. Oh, actually, where I am here. Here we go. You ready? Are you ready for this? Marvel Creating the Cinematic Universe. Of course, this was the exhibition in Brisbane. That was the title of the exhibition. Now, if I can try and figure out how to get this out of the special box without damaging it, I'm going to do that. Okay, let's get rid of this art box for now. Just put that down. Ooh. All right, so here we have it. This looks massive. You're probably thinking, what a huge book. That is a huge book. Well, not really. This is just sort of the box that it comes in. It's not actually a book. On the back, we just got plain red. I'll give you a look at the spine here. Marvel Creating the Cinematic Universe. So if I wanted to put this on a bookshelf, that'd look really nice on the bookshelf, but I think it's staying in the art box between you and I. Oh, flip it back down here. And we're going to do the exciting thing, and that is open this up. Okay, so as I said, this is just a box. It's not actually the book itself. Let's open it up, and inside the book itself. Now, this book was actually available for purchase at the exhibition, the hardcover version of the book. It sold out really quickly from what I understand. But what makes this so special is that the book itself, actually, we'll open it up. I don't want to flick through the book too much because I don't want to really damage it. I want to get it dirty. We'll open this up just to the front page here. We have a certificate of authenticity basically pasted into the book there, which says that this is the limited edition number 48 of 100. This special exhibition box has been published by the Queensland Art Gallery, Gallery of Modern Art, to celebrate Marvel Creating the Cinematic Universe. First major Marvel related exhibition to be staged in Australia and the largest ever presented. And that tells you a little bit about the exhibition there as well. So that is what makes that book really special. Again, I don't want to go into the book and grubby it up and devalue it. What's the point of buying a $300 book if you're not even going to go through it? You're probably asking. I'm asking myself that as well, but I just really don't want to. First thing we notice though is the gorgeous cover. We'll zoom in on that because it deserves to be looked at. The gorgeous artwork used for the cover there is a piece of concept art for Thor Ragnarok by Marvel concept artist Andy Park, who has produced some of the greatest concept art for these Marvel movies ever produced. That is stunning. And on the back, we get a nice look at that same thing as well there. I'm so pumped for Thor Ragnarok. It's going to be awesome. So there you go. There's your cover for the hardcover version of this book. Again, this was available separately. It's sold out completely at the museum and on Book Depository. So you sadly can't get your hands on a hardcover edition of this book anymore. You still can get the paperback though at the time of publishing this if you're interested in this book. So if we just sort of put this back in here like that, pop it in there. Of course, the book is not the only exciting thing about this. You're probably thinking $300 just for a book in a box, and that makes it limited edition. Well, no, you may have noticed there's a little bit of a ribbon right here. This is the most exciting thing about this whole set. Are you ready? Are you ready for the reveal? Inside here, now if I can get to it again without damaging the box or the thing itself, we're going to take this out. I'm going to show you that right here. It includes a gorgeous art print. Oh my Lord, look at that. This is an art print of, well, basically the same picture that's on the cover there. Would have preferred maybe if the book cover had a different picture and then the art print. I love this as an art print, but maybe if there was some different sort of, I don't care really, because this is awesome. Let's slide that across so we can get that in the center of the frame. We get this gorgeous art print of Andy Park's concept art poster thing for Thor Ragnarok, which isn't this just stunning? And of course, it is hand numbered. 48 of 100, Thor Ragnarok, and then signed by Andy Park himself, of course. Real signature in pencil, just like an art print should be. And this makes it worth almost the price of admission. I'd say maybe $200 for the print, $100 for the big box and the book itself. I think that's a pretty good way to sort of compartmentalize the price of this. Close look at this stunning piece of Thor Ragnarok artwork here by Andy Park. And of course, as I said, hand numbered and hand-signed artwork. This is just so cool. I've never owned a piece of hand-signed artwork or anything. I've had like books signed and stuff, but this is the first real art print. Other than maybe some of the Mondo prints that I have, this is the first sort of art print commissioned by a film concept artist that I have in my collection. That's awesome. I'm not too sure just yet whether I'll be putting this up, getting it nice and framed and hung up somewhere, or whether I'm keeping it in this box or what. I don't really know just yet. This is a set that I don't want damaged. I don't want fingerprints all over. I don't want sort of, you know, dirtied up a little bit. It's a really, really beautiful set, and I'm so happy that I actually got my hands on this. Again, I have to say thank you to my friend. So I'm really, really happy with this. So let me just put this all away, and then there's one other thing I do want to show you. I managed to get myself a paperback copy of the book. Yes! Okay, how can I do a book review without actually showing the book itself? This paperback book has exactly the same contents as the hardcover book. I wanted to pick one of these up at the museum, but they completely sold out of both the hardcover and the soft cover at the museum when I was there. Luckily, somehow though, Book Depository, as always, pulled through. And they actually had a little bit of stock remaining of the paperback. I think they still do. So at the time of this, if you like the look of this book, head over to Book Depository. You should still be able to get this. Yeah, and I also figured if I'm going to do a book review of it, I can't do a review without showing my followers inside the book itself. And also I wanted a volume just so I could put on my shelf next to my other art books of Marvel. One that I'm happy to take off the shelf and flick through and get my fingerprints all over. Just one that I'm just happy to go through. I feel like this for $20, I'm happy to put it on the shelf and I can pull it off, put it on, and go through it at my heart's content without feeling like I'm damaging an art piece. Let me actually give you a good close-up look here at the cover. We've got this beautiful embossing on there, which I think is a really nice touch to this. And I love the texture of this. It's almost like a waxy sort of faux vinyl sort of covering on this book. I love when books have got that sort of nice texture, nice material used on the covers there. I think I prefer the cover on this over the cover on the hardcover one, because it's more inclusive of Marvel. You know, you got the Avengers on the cover as opposed to just Thor Ragnarok, which I thought was a little bit of an odd choice for the cover. But what we're going to do is we're going to flick through this quickly. As always with book reviews, I don't go through every single page of the book, just give you a good idea. But since this is such a limited piece, I'm going to show you just quite a bit of it. What I actually love about this, the shiny silver Spider-Man artwork there, I think is such an awesome touch. So this is basically, it's about the exhibition itself. It's just basically a lot of artwork that was on display at the exhibition, and mostly concept art by Andy Park. Now, if you can't get your hands on this, don't worry too much because the contents of this pretty much are exactly the same as stuff that's been published in previous Art of books. The only good thing is we actually get a few like photos from the movies and stuff. So again, like normal art books, we get a little bit of history of Marvel Comics. And then it's all separated by movie. So Iron Man, you get a bunch of concept art from Iron Man. Again, this is mostly stuff that has been published in previous art volumes of the Art of Marvel books, but it gives you quite a lot of nice photos in there as well, which the art books don't often have. A lot of great concept design work. I think it's a good volume. I think it's nice, even if you do have all the other art volumes as I do. It's a nice just little compilation thing to sort of add to the end of your bookshelf, I think, where you can, it's just a compilation of everything really. I think this is a nice volume, especially for an exhibition guide. I think it's laid out really nicely where it's movie after movie and you get the artwork and pictures from each one of the films. I think it's fantastic. So let's just flick through it just briefly. Few photos of the props and costumes that were at the exhibition. There's not a lot of that in here, which is sad. I would have loved like a comprehensive guide to all the costumes and artifacts that were on display. It shows quite a bit of it, but not absolutely everything that was there. That's the only disappointing thing I sort of have with this book. But luckily enough, they allowed us to take pictures and videos and everything, as you've seen at that exhibition. So I have my own personal file of pictures of all the stuff that was at the exhibition. So it doesn't bother me too much, but it would have been nice to have them sort of in a printed form like this. The book only shows artwork up until Doctor Strange, and then there's no artwork from Guardians 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, and of course nothing from Thor Ragnarok at this point. But then the great thing is at the back, we do get like a filmography of every single book in the MCU, and if we flick forward, it does actually include notes on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, and even Thor Ragnarok. I love this art print right here. That would have been a really cool art print to have signed too. That would have been a nice cover even for the hardcover book perhaps. But there you go. And then at the back, of course, as most books have, just got notes and stuff on the pictures and on the museum itself. And on the back we get that nice Spider-Man shiny thing as well. That's a really, really good book, and I really do hope that people are able to get their hands on that. So once again, that was a look at the limited edition and the paperback versions of the Marvel Creating the Cinematic Universe book. I think this book is really, really good. It's not an essential to any Marvel art book collection, but it's a nice addition. It's a nice sort of little compilation volume to sort of have at the end of your collection there. So if you can get your hands on this still, I would recommend try to get your hands on this book. It's really, really good. Once again, that was my wonderful book from the Marvel Creating the Cinematic Universe exhibition. I'm just gonna put that over here, and I'm gonna use this one because that's easier. Once again, the limited edition volume of the book is well and truly sold out. It sold out on the very first day of the exhibition. The hardcover volume of the book is sold out completely as well. This one here, this paperback book, at the time of recording and uploading this video, the paperback is still available over on Book Depository for about $24 Australian, which is what I picked this up for. It was actually something like $55 or $60, around the ballpark of $50 to $60 at the museum itself. So Book Depository actually have it for a really bargain price, as always. So if you want to pick up this book, I would say do not hesitate. Go to Book Depository. I'm going to put the link down the bottom where you can purchase this book. Go ahead and purchase it because once the stock of this is gone, it's gone. I would imagine they're not just going to keep this one in production. It's pretty much the same size as one of these Marvel Art of books. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny bit bigger, but it fits nice and snug on the shelf next to them. Or if you don't want an entire Marvel book collection, maybe you just want to settle with the one, which is basically a compendium of everything. Okay, that just about rounds out today's video. Thank you everyone for joining me. If you're a first-time viewer to my channel and you've liked what you'd seen and you'd like to see some more, please, after the jump, give me some support and hit subscribe. To all my regular viewers out there, thank you once again for joining me. To absolutely everybody out there, I hope I'll see you again soon. Until next time though, guys, take care, and I hope you have a marvelous day. Let's get this book on the shelf. What do you reckon?